Hey y'all, AKC here, and today I'm back with another review. Next time I'm reviewing, well, as you can tell, I'm reviewing Erykah Badu, Baduizm. And I know this is kind of a random review. I'm posting this review at 8:41 at night. I actually was listening to this album for me to get ready to listen to another album. But then I liked the album so much, I actually wanted to talk about it. So here we are. So Erica, if you don't know who Erykah Badu is, then you're not black. I'm just kidding. No, of course not. But if you don't know who Erykah Badu is, then I'm happy to tell you she is I think a New Jersey originating neo soul artist, R&B and neo soul artist who was kind of the main reason why neo soul kind of blew up and kind of became like a thing that people do now. Like, like people like Frank Ocean and Tyler and them. Yeah, they wouldn't be into this neo soul sound if it wasn't for Erykah Badu. Now of course you should already know that. Everybody should already know that. Yeah, this is no surprise. She's one of the main people who populated this type of music that mixes jazz, soul, and R&B and hip hop in such a beautiful way. So let's just get right into it with the intro. I don't really do I'm like talk about intros on albums, but this is a really good intro. I think it's mostly because not only is it a little like the little noise that she does, kind of some like jazz and some vocal jazz influence, some like in the like terms of Nina Simone with the D or whatever. I just think it's kind of funny. But it kind of gives you a mood of what it's like and of what the album's gonna sound like. It's gonna sound very nighttime-ish. It's gonna sound very chill, laid back. You're gonna feel like you at like one of those bar places where like they play music and there's like an artist who's up there singing live. And by the way, I have to say that throughout this whole album, she sounds like she's singing / rapping live there. She sounds like she's right in front of you, and that's a really cool factor of the album. I really like that. So first we go to a rim shot, like I said, a good verse, kind of just like an intro. Let me go on and on, and this is like her most popular song, and there's a reason why. It's catchy, the melodies are very hooky, they're very again catchy, they're very memorable, and it kind of just talks about going on and on in life. And her going on and on doing these verses and everything. It's a very chillax song. Like it's a very iconic song. Then we go to Appletree, and I love the message of the song. Now this is a little bit less peppy than On and On, because On and On is a little bit more like peppy. It's a little bit more up there. It makes sense. It's a single song, but Appletree is like again a little bit peppy, but it's kind of chill. It's chilling out a little bit. It's slowly bringing you into the mood. Like I really like it. It doesn't abruptly just have a slow song. You know what I mean? It's slowly bringing you in. And Appletree kind of just talks about being yourself. And if you don't want to hang with me for being myself, then okay. Don't pick from my apple tree. You don't have to be friends with me. And I love that. I love that message. That's such a good message. Then we go to other side of the game, and then we finally get to the slow part. Now, this was my second listen to this album, and I was kind of intimidated by the 6 minute and 33-second length, but I was wrong, because not only does the topic of the song is about surviving and surviving on getting money and everything and different ways to get money, but it also has a very subtle funk influence in it, and also love the sax that comes in under the middle of the song. Like it develops very subtly, and I really like that. It's a very calming song, and I just really like it. Then we go to Next Life, and I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I was only gonna know like the first two songs, but then I got to the other side of the game, and I was like, wait, actually I know Next Life. And again, Next Life is, again, a very beautiful song. Like, I'm now noticing that I should not be paying attention much to the instrumentals, of course, since it's widely based around a hip-hop type of, formula of focusing on lyrics. And lyrically, this song is so good. It just talks about, these two friends, Erykah Badu having a boyfriend, and her friend is like, I think you're really cool. But he's like, and then she's like, no, we can't have that. But she actually does like the friend, and she's like, okay, I'm sorry, but we can't do it now. Maybe in another lifetime, in our next lifetime. And it's just such a sweet but also sad and melancholic song. And again, it's unnaturally catchy, and I love how like you have like these somber sounding like things. I don't know. I should know more about music terms, but it is really somber sounding like instruments in the background that like they kind of go up, like they kind of like go down, dun, 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 like they kind of like just wave around her voice and the beat and everything. It just sounds so good. And again, this 6 minutes feels like 4 minutes. And which is kind of weird because some of the later songs on here, there are 4 minutes, but they feel way longer for some reason. Anyways, let's just go on to the things I like. Certainly, again, is a really good track lyrically. Again, I feel like this is where the pacing on the album kind of teeters. It kind of slows down a little bit too much. But certainly, again, is certainly funny. It's certainly a good song. And in the fact that, again, lyrically, it just talks about, actually, I would say the lyrics are kind of cryptic on here. And I like how they have to leave them up to interpretation. They're kind of like telling you, like, you certainly cannot take advantage of me, and I don't want anybody doing this. But at the same time, she's also kind of complying to it. And I'm pretty sure it's like kind of like a weird story of, You can't use me because I'm being nice to you, or you can't assume that I like you just because I'm being nice to you. Like when she says, you can't use me for my love, she probably means, you can't use me because I'm nice to you. That's not how that works. And I love that. She says, certainly you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. And I really love that. Then we go to 4-Leaf Clover. And again, here's the jazz influence. And I was actually kind of having to know that, like, yeah, okay, I wasn't kind of tripping. Because the pianos on here kind of sound like the pianos off of... This is a weird comparison, a very weird comparison. But the pianos off of Crying by Baduizm, they sound very, like, jazzy, which would make sense. They sound jazzy, they sound kind of upbeat. But, like, they kind of back it up, like, again, like kind of, like, honestly, I would say hopeful lyrics. It sounds like they're kind of going through a breakup. Like, this couple or whatever went through a breakup. And then she said, hey, hopefully get a 4-leaf clover and you can find love again. So it looks like sounds like a peaceful kind of breakup or something. And I really like that. It's kind of preppy, even if it is still really chill. It's like the mood stays consistent throughout the album. That's super good. Then we go to drama, which again I was intimidated by, especially after No Love, since it's being so long, no variety and everything. I thought it was gonna be very dragging, but no, again, it actually develops instrumentally, and I wouldn't say lyrically, but lyrically I also really love it, how it talks about, how there's just drama in the world, and we need to, like, save the children. That's a Marvin Gaye reference. But like I said, basically, we need to help the world, and there's so much drama going on. Really love it. Then we go to my final song that I like, Rimshot, the outro. Again, this is kind of just the first track, except we have parts at the end chopped up, and it sounds like a DJ was kind of chopping them up. I can tell since I'm kind of am a DJ, my dad is DJ, like, weird flags, but whatever. But like they kind of like chopped it up, and it sounds super good. And I don't know, it's just a really chill way and a really good way to loop it back to Rimshot, and you can just listen to this album on and on and on. But there are some things I don't like. Like I said, No Love feels longer than it should. I think sometimes is very repetitive. Definitely one of the deep cuts, I would say, that I don't like. And Certainly, I didn't even like Certainly that much to begin with. I liked it, but I didn't like it that much. So a remix, kind of weird, chopped and screwed. But there's like this really weird guitar thing in the background that just doesn't really sound good. It sounds really off tempo. Just doesn't sound good in my opinion. But other than that, this is a really good album. This is a really great album, actually. Just shows you like what you can do just with one sound and one vibe, and it just sounds so good. So many the lyrical focuses on this album are they're so impactful and they're so direct. You can know exactly what she's talking about. Incredible album. I'll give this like an 8 out of 10. Please go check this out. See ya.